So I was at a leadership like conference yesterday, and let me tell you, man, it was absolutely like eye-opening, mind-blowing. It was incredible, and the biggest thing I learned from it was if you want to get to know someone on a deeper level, on a deeper level, rather than just like as like a friend, a coworker, a classmate, if you actually care about like building a relationship with someone, could be like a coworker, like a teammate or something like that. You need to know yourself before you can even move forward in trying to get to know them. And at first I was like, huh? Like, what do you mean? And then, like you really need to know who you are, what your values are, what your personality is, what your personality traits are, and then try to unpack and learn what this other person, the person that you want to get to know better, their personality traits are, what their personality is like. And then once you know that, dude, that is like the recipes. That's the recipe for a perfect relationship. Once you know that part, like, the rest is just the time, spending time with them and putting it all together. But once you really understand, like, and learn how someone thinks, the choices that someone is going to make before they make, the reason as to why they're going to always make that choice, that's the key to any relationship, succeeding or failing. And dude, let me tell you, man, it blew my mind. It was so cool. And it got me thinking, like, I've been on this journey, really, like, I'm not confident. I'm not a confident person. But I know what my values are, and I will never, ever, like, compromise them. But then it got me thinking and realizing, I'm like, okay, dude, like, I don't know the reason as to why I always do this. There's got to be a reason behind it, Like, for example, my personality is to be the peacekeeper. Oh my goodness! Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Keep running, keep running, keep running. Holy schmoly, dude. Whoa. Oh, that was insane. Oh, that's where the music discs come from. Oh. Okay, for example, my personality trait, whether I know it or not, whether I think I'm making a decision or not, whatever decision I'm going to make is always going to be whatever keeps the peace. Whatever that may look like. I'm not even thinking about keeping the peace. I just know, like, that's the way my personality is. I'm always looking for that option. And when it comes to talking to someone, I'm always going to talk to them in a way that will keep the peace, because my biggest fear is that when I'm talking to someone, having a conversation, my mind is always like, this relationship is either good or bad. And if I have any sign, any indication from someone that, like, the relationship might be in jeopardy, because I'm an overthinker, right? So if, like, someone's mad at me or, like, upset, I think everything's my fault. I think the world is ending. I think this person doesn't like me. This person doesn't want to be my friend anymore, right? And, I need that security, that comfort. Like, hey, you can be mad at me, whatever. Just tell me, like, are we good? Like, are we going to be okay? That's basically what it comes down to, And I think learning that and realizing that there are people that either, like, it's two sides of the coin. Either are like that, where they think that they need that security, that comfort, that reassurance that the relationship is okay at the end of the day. There might be some things that need to get worked out, some conversations that need to be had. But at the end of the day, like, you guys are still going to be okay and growing together, right? Or you have the other side of the coin that doesn't need that, maybe doesn't want that, and is very, I'm gonna die out here, and is very blunt, straight to the point. And they're like, so for example, if I was to have a confrontation with someone and talk to them, maybe something's going wrong, right? Maybe my girlfriend forgot to do the dishes and it really pissed me off for whatever reason, right? This is hypothetical. That would never happen. I would start off like, hey, how was your day? Was it busy? Were you stressed? Are you tired? What's going on? Because I'm like, okay, I want to be, I just want to be polite and nice, and I want to make sure there's a reason. Maybe there's just a reason that I don't know why she didn't do the dishes, because I have faith that she had every intention to, right? And let's say let's say, for the sake of the argument, right, she's the exact opposite. She is so straight to the point. Don't sugarcoat it. Tell me straight up yes or no. Don't waste my time with any of this other, talk. And that would create conflict if I didn't understand that, because she would be like, oh, like, you're keeping secrets from me. Like, why won't you just talk to me straight up? Right? So when you realize that, and like maybe like a work environment, maybe a teammate environment, a professional environment, something like, more serious than like a friendship, maybe you're relying on another person, or you need like this relationship to like work out, and like a friendship, or like whatever I said, right? That stuff matters. And I think it really, like, I didn't realize it until like I'm 24, and I'm just now realizing, like, wow, that probably would have saved me so many more hard conversations, or like heartache, or questioning my belief system, if I had realized that's the kind of person I am. I gotta get out of here. Oh my god, I thought I was gonna be donezo right there, dude. Sorry, I probably just like yelled so loud. Right, but I didn't realize that. Like, oh, like, I do that. I'm the type of person that's going to be like, I need to make sure that this person's okay before I talk to them, because they might not like this conversation. I need to make sure that us in this relationship are okay. And that's not going to work for someone that's the exact opposite. Like I said, they want it straight as an arrow. Get straight to the point. Don't waste my time. This conversation will look like a waste of time to them, And that's okay. Because, like, hey, I can do that. So about a month ago now at this point, dude, I made a video talking about how I was given feedback and I was really conflicted. I think I titled that video like Conflicted or something like that. And after learning this about myself and how other people in the world work, right, it truly opened my eyes, and I'm like, wow, like, even in the room in the meeting, there was someone, like, we took this personality test, right? Somebody had the exact same personality as me. Like, no, they aren't me, but like they behave in the same ways that I behave. And that was really reassuring, that like, hey, I'm actually not like this idiot out there in the world alone, like, that was reassuring. That was super helpful for me to hear and see, Dude, all I want is to get some more of that black stuff, and I can't. Also, I'm trying out a new shader. Let me know what you think. It's kind of like a lot more like default Minecraft looking, and I kind of like it. Kind of just change up the vibe, I haven't taken a screenshot in the Nether yet. Let's give that a rip. But I think the biggest takeaway, like I said, even like I remember like first getting into like my first relationship, right? I had no business doing that in my eyes, because I didn't understand myself. I didn't know who I was. And, here I am 24 years old. Like, I'm definitely starting to see like the importance of like how stuff like that matters. You can't get to know someone on a beyond that first like default like super plain relationship, like friendship, like more than just like a kid in your class, you know, just like your coworker that you work with, and like you know their name, and like that's about it. Maybe you know they have like a cat, or you know what city they live in right now, right? But you don't know anything else. You don't know where they're from. You don't know what their dream is in life. You don't know what school they went to. You know, like that's the secret to like figuring out that stuff. And so I think it was super cool. It truly was. And I'm like, wow, like all these books I'm reading, all this stuff I'm learning, like makes so much sense. It makes so much more sense now. And like it just like just hearing that, like before you can learn how to understand someone else, you need to first learn to understand yourself. And I'm like, wow, like pause. And I think the other part that was super eye-opening, because like obviously there's 8 billion people out there in the world, right? They're all individual and unique, you know. Like I said, we took this personality test, and there was someone that had the same personality, like habits and tendencies as me, but like overall they're like the way they I talk to people is the exact opposite of how I talk to people, but we still behave in like similar ways, you know. So it was just really crazy. It was really, really cool. And now that I'm like realizing that, I'm like, oh, like as much as I can't talk to someone how I want to be talked to, you know, even though like I would never ask someone to do something that I won't do. I would never talk to someone in a way that I wouldn't want to be spoken to either, right? I think that's a good foundation. That's a good value to have, right? But like I said, like I want someone to tell me if they're like mad at me. I want them to flat out say it and be like, hey, I'm a little frustrated with you right now, but at the end of the day, me and you are going to be okay. Like I need to hear that, you know. And some people don't want to hear that. Some people don't need to hear that, and that's okay too, you know. But again, it just opened my eyes, man. Let me tell you. I feel so bad. Like is this magma cube guts on the floor here? Whoa! Wait, make it. One of you guys splash in the puddle again. Go on. Splash. There. That looks so sick. Dude, this place is infested with so many magma cubes and ghasts. Oh my goodness. I'm so scared. Literally here just looking for the black stuff, man. The black stone. Run. Oh man. And I kind of like I left that like, wow, this like shook my world, man. And then I started feeling bad. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I wish I had talked to so and so differently, because you know what, that probably, even like I had good intentions behind the conversation, it probably hurt their feelings or made them, you know, feel like misunderstood, because I wasn't talking to them how they probably like wanted to be understood. Like I probably made them feel misunderstood. And man, dude, I hate that. I've talked about that before. I've made videos on that in the past. Being misunderstood sucks. And you know, I would feel terrible if like I made someone else feel misunderstood. And again, it wasn't intentional, you know. I wasn't intentionally trying to do that. I don't know how I like this shader, because like it looks cool. It looks really cool. Don't get me wrong. But like, man, like let me put on the other one that I've been using, Photon. Come on, this is so much better. arguably, in my opinion. In my opinion. But the other one is still great. Definitely just two totally different styles, you know. But I think I do have room in my heart for both. And I think I will use the other one. Let me know what you guys think, you know. I know on my channel I've been like known for the shader guy and like the shaders I use, you know. Like the realistic looking ones and stuff. I get a lot of comments on it, but hey, let me know. You know. Let me know what you think, because I'm always down for a little bit of a change. I'm down to mess around and find out sometimes. Oops, I accidentally killed a cod. But the colored lighting. Oh, it's hard to give that up. I looked if there was an option on the other one. I don't think so, man. Unfortunate. And like with the wind and the waves here, with this water, it looks perfect. It's so good. The wind is actually kind of loud. I'm not gonna lie. Also, once again, just a tremendous thank you for the 1,000 subscribers, all the support, the people that watch these videos, that comment and that hang out with me and support. And even if you don't comment or this is your first time seeing, like, I just appreciate you being here. Because again, I make these videos for me just to hang out and chat, you know, as like a daily journal entry pretty much. And the fact that like I have 1,000 people that are down to, oh no, get back in the water. Oh, uh-oh. That's my cue to go. Shucks. The fact that I have 1,000 people here that think what I'm doing is like good enough to earn their to be in their subscription feed, right? Like that's cool to me. You know, like to a lot of people it's like they take what they watch on YouTube pretty seriously. You know, like, and the fact that they want to watch me or, you know, get notified what I'm doing and stay up to date with me, like that is so cool. So it means the world to me. I want to do a dedicated sit-down scripted video saying thank you and talk about, not like my journey because it's nothing special, but just talk about like after I've been able to process and sit with it, like have words to describe it, you know? Because I never thought someone like me would reach this. You know, and what I started my channel doing and what I've been doing on my channel, like I didn't think it would come this far, you know? And that wasn't my goal, and I'm just along for the ride, man. So it's been so fulfilling. It's been a journey for sure, and you know, I learned a lot. Truly, yeah, like doing something like this, like just making YouTube videos, I've just learned so much about myself, which is not easy. Let me tell you, trying to understand yourself, dude, it's hard. And I know I said before you can understand someone else, you need to learn how to understand yourself, and it's hard. It's super hard. But if you're doing all the trying your best and doing all the right steps, you know, like you're gonna get there. But man, is it cool when it works out? Oh, that's sick. That's... Oh, chef's kiss. That's dope. I know it's like the same thumbnail I used. Also, dude, I'm so sorry. I didn't get to uploading yesterday. That's my 20 minutes. I didn't get to uploading yesterday. I had just a long, like, 10-hour day at work. And by the time I got off, I was trying to make it to a dinner. And then by the time I got home, I was like, wow, it is like bedtime because I am exhausted. And I was like, it's okay. I think it would have been okay to have like a rest day, even though it literally, I called the last video like stay consistent. Um, it's okay. I'm still consistently doing this stuff, you know? So thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I hope you had a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.